Well, welcome to another episode of the Chamber Impact Podcast. We're happy to have you with us. I'm Melissa Vance, President and CEO of the Wayne County Area Chamber of Commerce. And we're sitting here in our office today and going to be talking about flood recovery efforts and talking to those of you that have businesses that are working to get yourselves back to operational and getting back to some sort of normalcy. We'll be talking through a little bit of that process with you. We realize it is a major process, and to all of you that have experienced any loss, our hearts go out to you, and we want you to know that you're not alone, and we're here to support you through that process. So we hope that this is helpful, and we'll take just a few minutes and give you a little more information maybe than what you have already. I'm happy to have with me Judy Porter from the Indiana Small Business Development Corporation, and she's going to be talking with us a little bit about the SBA and some of the things that they're doing. And then, of course, Lynette Davis, our Director of Events here at the Chamber, is going to talk about some things that are coming up on a more positive
note that are coming around the bends.
We'll talk about the important things, and we'll end on a light note. How's that?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, Judy, for those of our audience that don't know you already, tell a little bit about yourself and what the ISBDC actually does.
Okay. So my name's Judy Porter. I'm the Regional Director at the East Central Indiana Small Business Development Center. If you're not familiar with us, we are a grant-funded agency. We are funded by federal dollars, state dollars, and then some of our local communities kick in local cash match money. And we're hosted by Ball State University. So that relationship comes from all of those funding sources that I just mentioned, and that funnels into Ball State, and they handle our grant money. So I'm technically a Ball State employee.
Chirp, chirp.
Chirp, chirp. And then, so I have two bosses. I have a Ball State boss and a state boss. So what we do is we offer no-cost business counseling. Everything we do is confidential, and as I said, no cost. We offer resources such as business planning, financial projections, market research, industry research, strategic planning, all those sorts of things. We have two business advisors, which split our territory up, which I forgot to mention that. We have 11 counties in East Central Indiana that we serve, and Wayne County is one of those counties. So our business advisors divide the counties up. So we actually have an advisor, his name is Clint Albert, that comes to Richmond 2 times a week, sometimes more if he needs to, but on average 2 times a week, and meets with clients here in your community, or in this community. Another piece that we do, we offer workshops. So some of those are virtual. Some of those are in person, depending on what the community wants or needs here. And we have a programming specialist that handles all those things for us as well.
You all do a lot with a small crew, and serving 11 counties is vast. I don't know how you even get your arms around 11 counties. But it's important work, and it definitely complements what we do as chambers in this service area, really focusing on developing a workforce and some of the things that we focus our time on, and then just connecting people to resources. We say all the time that we don't have all the answers, but we do know how to find the answers. And the ISBDC is a major resource for small businesses with needs. So we're happy to be able to be a part of that, refer people, and we appreciate what you do for our business community.
Well, you're welcome.
So at this point, when should someone actually reach out to you? When are they in their, now not talking about the flooding yet, but if I have a small business and I'm doing my day-to-day, what is it that's going to trigger me to say, maybe I need to reach out to the Small Business Development?
So I would say at any point, because I didn't mention this before, but we can help you with the feasibility study. Do you need to go into business, but because we can't make that determination for you, but we can give you the tools to decide and make an informed decision if you want to go into business. And we can help businesses that have been in business for 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't matter, because we kind of meet you where you're at in the game.
Right.
So I guess does that answer your
Yeah.
question? Okay.
It's really helpful. In fact, I would say if you're a small business, and the SBA defines a small business as how many employees or less?
500
So,
or less.
For all of you in Wayne County, with the exception of a handful, you qualify as a small
That's
business.
a lot of businesses.
It's most of our businesses.
Yeah, and if you've never connected with the SBDC, it's worthwhile just to get connected, get signed up with them, identify maybe where your weaknesses are and what resources you might need, and follow up with them on that front. And then afterward, let us come alongside you and help in other ways. I think you have a team behind you, I guess is what I'm saying. So, well, as we look more into what we've been facing over the last week, less than a week, it's been a crazy 5 or 6 days for our communities. Let's talk a little bit about the flood damage, and for those business owners that are listening and they're feeling overwhelmed, what are the first few things they should be doing?
Well, the first few things that I recommend doing, and other recommendations from the SBA and other partners, is to document your damage, take photos, written documentation, report any physical damage or things like that to 211. The more people that, even if it's minor damage, the more people that respond and report that trickles up to our local, state, and federal governments, and then I think our funding or whatever relief will depend on what kind of damage we have. So if it's not documented, then it's not going to be apparent that we have all that damage. So the very first thing is to make sure you're contacting your insurance provider, documenting your information.
And even if they've had minimal damage and don't feel like they need to place a claim, if they report that, it still helps the community get funding, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So if you think, you don't want to even make a claim because you don't want your insurance to go up, report it anyway. You don't have to make a claim, but report it anyway.
Piggybacking on what you said, reporting damage is not the same as applying for assistance or filing a claim. It does not guarantee that your assistance will become available, but it's just for accurate reporting. So.
Yeah. And hopefully, as all of these declarations take place, I think part of the misconception is, oh, well, Governor Braun declared Indiana, or including Wayne County, as a disaster area, that we're going to get funding. And, oh, President Trump declared it, we're going to get funding. But there's various steps that have to occur at each level in order for different types of assistance and funding to come our way. So when businesses are looking to the SBA for assistance, we experienced some of this during COVID, and unfortunately, some of our businesses are having a little bit of PTSD because they've been through this once,
right?
And now they're going through it again. But some of those same mechanisms of an SBA loan or an EIDL loan might be available depending on where these declarations take place and what the actual damage is or the need is of a business. Talk about the SBA and how they support businesses in time of catastrophe.
Okay. So you touched on this with the EIDL, or the Economic Injury Disaster Loans. Just to clarify, I don't work for the SBA, but we've dealt with this enough that I can speak to this a little bit. once they make their declarations, they'll start disseminating that information to us, and we pass that along to you. And then there'll be on their SBA website, there'll be places for people who've been affected by the flooding to go and other disasters to go in and apply for those economic injury disaster loans or other, anything else that they're putting out to assist people. The timeline, I'm not sure. It just varies to when they get those steps in place. So
we were the entire town nearly of Cambridge City gathered on Sunday as they explained a little bit about where things were and what the process is for the town and some of the things they were going through. And unfortunately, these things aren't quick.
Right.
We want to get it done quick. We want to clean up the mess and get it done, and that's not exactly how it's going to work, unfortunately.
That said, once people document and report and they get the proper approvals to go in and really fix their buildings, hopefully we'll be able to get many of them back to operating in the near future. One thing I do want to mention is that there have been different funds that have been set up, but one particular fund that we've been sharing out frequently is the Wayne County Foundation has a fund called the Wayne County Cares Fund. That fund is going to be pretty quickly deploying dollars to help with needs in the community as they are presented, whether that's coming through the county or the towns or other nonprofits that might be owning a piece of this. So if you're listening and you want to support in some way, I would really encourage you to make a contribution to that fund through the Wayne County Foundation. Or if you are wanting to be a volunteer, the Christian Church in Cambridge City they are the hub right now for volunteers. So if you're interested in just rolling up your sleeves and helping out, contact them. They will let you know when and how you can be a support, extra hands in the mix to help get things back up and running quickly. And then the other thing that I want to encourage people with, I think, and Lynette, I know we've talked about this some too, is just once these businesses get back open, we need as many people as possible to get over there and support them.
Go there.
Go
there.
Go eat at their restaurants, shop at their stores, frequent their town. Let them know that we still care about them as a vital piece of our quality of place.
Well, there are some that are open now that have luckily been able to stay open, and they are supporting the first responders, the people who are helping with the cleanup, with free or discounted meals. So go to those businesses and support them as well. And then when the other ones, as they open back up, go and support them. You know, it's not just restaurants. I think restaurants comes to mind first. Maybe I'm hungry, but retail as well. Many of our retail places are helping with supplies now, so support them. And then when other ones open up, go and shop there.
Even some of our larger manufacturers or logistics companies, they've jumped in immediately and said, okay, what can we help provide? We'll bring a pallet of this or that over and do something. It's been really moving to see our community come together. So for those of you that have been a part of that, thank you. We appreciate that as well. As businesses keep track of their physical damage, for example, the lost revenue or closures or canceled orders, disruption to service, how should they best be documenting that, Judy? What should that look like? What is the SBA or FEMA or whomever going to look for in that documentation?
Some of the things I think they would be looking for are dates and hours that that your business or service industry or restaurant is closed, canceled orders, appointments or contracts, lost or reduced sales, supply chain and delivery disruptions, power or utility interruptions, anything that is disrupting your business or your day, cleanup and emergency cost, damaged inventory or equipment. You would want to document all those things. I don't know if there's a specific documentation system. If it was me, I would be putting it all in an Excel spreadsheet and saving every receipt that I had.
A good Excel sheet.
Yeah. So that's just one way to do it. You definitely, like, if you want to do it in a Word doc or whatever, just so you have access to that documentation at some point when you need to start applying for these things that are going to help you.
Right.
So save all the receipts and document everything in whatever manner you prefer to document things. So,
yeah. Well, thank you for the support that you provide our businesses and for this information, for the information you've provided us, a lot of which we got up on our website last week immediately. We will continue putting information on our website and social media, so make sure if you're in need of that constant updated information, check us out at wcareachamber.org or our social media, Facebook. In particular, I think is where the majority of that's being pushed out, LinkedIn a little bit perhaps. So, but thank you for that, and we'll continue working together to get everyone back to running normally again.
Yep, thank you.
So Lynette, I'm going to switch over to you, and I want to talk a little bit about what's coming up with Lynette's list.
Speaking of trying to get some things back to normal, yes, the chamber events will keep rolling on that we have planned. So Community Improvement Awards is coming up on September 2nd. It's an after-hours event starting at 5:30, and we'll have it at Hartley Hills Golf Club. They are a wonderful host for us out there for the past several years. So that event looks at new builds for businesses or businesses that have done significant exterior remodel. Curb appeal is really important when it comes to the criteria of judging the awards and the nominees. We also award a Community Spirit Award to a person or an organization or a movement that is uplifting the spirit of the community. So there's a really exciting winner for that one this year. I'm not going to give it away.
We announce that early. Are we announcing that early this year?
I think maybe I should keep that on the down low for right now.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll keep it a secret.
I'll go with you, but it is a good one.
Stay tuned for next month. So you got to bring them back.
Right,
And
that's
next
true.
month. We'll tell you who it was next month. So that is coming up, and these are projects that were completed over the past year. Unfortunately, we do have many in our community that are going to have to do a lot of work to their businesses. But we've had some great things happen over the past year, and we will be recognizing all those projects and new builds. So we have quite a few. We have 13 projects total on the list, which is
amazing.
Several more than we had last year. So good things happening in Richmond and Wayne County.
Absolutely.
Other things we have going on. We do love our golf around here.
Yes, we do.
I don't golf, but many people do. Many people love golf. So I love to put on a golf outing. That's what I love to do. So we are doing our fall golf outing. This is the third year that we've had our fall golf outing, and that is coming up around the corner, September 18th. That will be at Winding Branch Golf Course outside of the Cambridge City area.
Yep.
And registration's open now to get your golf team in if you are interested in doing that. It's a wonderful course. They've made so many great improvements out of that course. We love being out there.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic day. We have a 10 a.m. shotgun start for that one, so it's just one round. You can get registered for that now. We have sponsorships available also, so reach out, let me know if you're interested in that. Our HYPE Young Professional Organization coming up in September 24th, they will be doing Professional Headshot Night. Which how important is a professional headshot for a young professional?
It's very important.
There we go.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
To keep it updated.
Exactly. There you go too. Yes, to keep it updated. So that's something that we offer for our members of HYPE to get a professional headshot, and then there's a social hour. So, I know when people get together, they just want to talk.
They want to have
They just
fun.
want to talk. So many of our events, I feel like I'm interrupting the talking and the networking that's going on. And I'm like, oh, we got to get down to the program. They're just going to network and chit chat after the professional headshots are done for this event. So that is September 24th, 5:30 here at the Chamber office. It is free for young professional aged individuals, but they do need to register on our website. So jump on there and do that. Coming down the road at the very end of September, beginning of October, is our Career Exploration Fair. This is, I think we're focusing on sophomores and juniors. High school sophomores and juniors, with the wide variety of careers that are out there, and just what it says, exploring those different careers. I love that we do this. I wish it was something that was available to me when I was in high school to see what else was out there, because I didn't know all the things that were out there. I didn't know you could be a director of events, and here I am. So so that's coming down the road, and our chamber member businesses can get signed up to have a booth there, and for those 2 days, September 30th and October 1st. So
we talk a lot of times about the fact that people don't know what happens behind the walls of the buildings around town. You might drive by Primex, but you have no idea what happens in there. Or you might drive by the chamber, but you have no idea what happens behind those walls or inside that door. And this event allows you to show off what happens in your business and hopefully inspire some of these up-and-coming professionals to want to join your workforce in the future and do what you do. Hopefully we can retain our population and grow right here in Wayne County. So after they get whatever education they might need for that industry, be able to jump in and be a part of our community. So it's really important. That's our why behind it, and we hope you join us as a part of that why.
So lots of things coming up for the chamber.
It's good stuff always. Well, thank you both. We appreciate what you do every day. We appreciate what you do every day, Lynette. She keeps us smiling around here. That's really helpful. And we want you to know that we're here as a resource, and feel free to reach out. Again, our website, wcareachamber.org, or you can call our office, 765-962-1511. And we'll look forward to seeing you next month right here on Chamber Impact.